Currently, we're using the router to render our app component as well as our whoops 404 component. But really, our app has the ski day list and the ski day count, and we want to be able to navigate between them. We also want to add a new bit of functionality, the add day form, that will allow us to add new ski days to our list. So the first place we want to handle that is by creating that add day form component, and then we're going to dynamically switch between those screens using the router. So let's go ahead and create a new file in the components folder, and this is going to be called add day form. So for the moment, we're just going to stub this out. So we'll just add an H1 here to make sure that we have a component that is working. In a little bit, we'll add better functionality to this. So we're going to render, like I said, just a simple H1, and our H1 will say add a day. Cool. Now the next thing I want to do is switch over to our index.js file. Now, like I mentioned, we're rendering the app and the whoops 404, but we also want to render some bits and pieces, some different components that are imported into our app file. We're going to use a couple different routes here. We're going to use list days, and this should render the component called app. And we also want another route defined for our add day form. So we're going to say path add day. So the ski day count component is going to render when we're at the home route, the slash route. Our ski day list will render when we're on the list days route. And then our add day form will render when we're on the add day route. So the way that we can set this up is over in the app.js file. So here on line 39, we're going to add a JavaScript expression, and we're going to perform a little logical check here. So we're going to say this.props.location.pathname equals slash. So in other words, when I'm at the slash path, I want to do the following. So we're using this ternary if statement to return something here. Now, what do I want to return at that slash path? Well, I want to return this ski day count component. So I'm just going to cut and paste this here on line 40 as the true inside of our ternary if statement. So if this is true, render the ski day count. Now, after our closing tag here, we're going to use the colon, and we're going to define another condition. So what we're going to say here is this.props.location.pathname equals, and the route we want to check for is add day. So if we're at the add day route, we want to render the following. We want to render the add day form. Cool. So the other option here, if we're not at the add day route or the slash route, we're going to render that ski day list. So let's go ahead and paste that on line 49. We should still be inside of our JavaScript expression here. All right, very good. So we have used the add day form, but we haven't imported it. So let's remember to do that here on line 4. So we will import our add day form from, you guessed it, add day form. Excellent. So let's switch to our browser. And we should see that our ski day count is rendering on the slash path. If we go to add day, we see the add day H1 for now. And then if we go to list days, we should go to the list. And then as we saw, if we go to anything else, slash water bottle, we're going to see our 404. Very cool. So the router has been used to dynamically display the page that we want to see.